Hey, this is Rishi from The Growing Home, thegrowinghome.net. Today we are out in our the very front part of our front yard. We're right by the sidewalk. So up until now we had some plants growing out here. We kind of had like a row thing going on, it was good for last year. We got some great production out of it. But now we are, as we're redesigning the whole yard, we got to this part. So we're redesigning this part, and so I'm going to show you what I'm doing today for this section. And if you look down, right, kind of along the center of this whole bed, you're going to see that I dug out about a foot down throughout just along the whole bed, okay? And you'll see also every few feet I've dug out these ditches. Okay, so you see there's one at that end, and there's four total, and then there's one right in front of me, which is the last one. So the reason that we dug out these ditches is because we're going to use this whole pathway, this whole line here. That's going to be the pathway for this garden. So you'll be able to come down the steps and then walk along the pathway, and we want to use the pathway as also a water catchment system, a rain catchment system. So we've dug out this path, and then we've put these ditches. So what's going to happen is the water is going to come down from the slope up here. It's going to fall into the path, and then it's going to fall into each ditch. And I have ditches along the whole way so that I got water storage along the whole way. And I just want to show you how deep I dug down this ditch. Now this is the last one here on the lowest part of the slope. So I dug this one the biggest and the deepest. And you can see here, okay, it's coming up halfway to my thigh. So it's about 3 feet deep. I'm 5'8", so it's like, I think it's about half my height. It's a pretty deep ditch. And so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start filling these ditches with woody, like branches and stems and just a lot of woody material. I have some here. These are trimmings from some of our trees in the back. Okay, and I'm actually gonna just kind of dump that in there. And I'm gonna step down on it. Okay, I got my loppers here as well, so I can cut some of it up. So what I'm doing here is I am creating space in this hole for the water to fill up into. Okay? So when the water comes in, there'll be all this space, so that way I can fill up this hole with water. I'm going to add a little bit more material. I want to go about 2/3 of the way up with this woody material. Got some more here. And what the woody material is going to do also is that it's going to soak up the water. This is all really dry material, and woody stuff soaks and holds water really well. And then eventually what that's going to do is that's going to attract fungi, which also hold water. Okay? So I filled this up about 2/3 of the way. I got some grape branches in here. I got some peach branches in here. So there you go. So that wood is going to soak up the water. It's going to attract fungi. Fungi are going to also soak up water. And then to make this easy to walk on, I'm just going to fill it with this mulch that I have here. I just got some wood chip mulch. And because of the way I laid out the wood, this mulch is not going to fall through all the way. It's just going to sit basically right on the top layer. Okay, so you can see that. And now you'll feel if you did it right, it's pretty nice and spongy. Okay, and it's just like a real sponge, that sponginess is going to allow the water to soak up and hold. So when you have a good rain, you're going to collect a good amount of water in here. And so we've done this, all over in the backyard also, and in the area that we're redesigning now, we're going to do this also, so that especially during the rainy season, we'll not have to irrigate these beds at all. The fungi is going to come in here. It's going to take over all those woody chips, and it's going to spread its tendrils out into our beds. And as the beds dry up, the fungi which are holding the water are going to release it into the beds. Okay, so we're going to do this along this whole ditch here. We're going to fill up the woody material, we're going to put mulch over it, and then we'll be having our beds here on the sides. And that'll also give us a really nice, very decorative look. We'll be lining the pathway with some granite stones, which we've gotten from the leftovers from a construction job. That's it, and we'll show you the final product once we're all done. So, thank you for watching. Stop consuming, start producing. This is The Growing Home. Check out all of our videos online. Come for a tour. Potluck every first Thursday of the month. Thanks.